when I did a 22,000-mile kindness tour across the U.S. on a scooter. Not a razor kicking scooter, talking about a moped essentially. And I don't have time to tell you so much I want to say about the tour, and I'll tell you more next time we're together. But for now, I'll emphasize that even though I had a chance to connect with people across 22 states and do some incredible acts of kindness, it was the most beautiful time of my life and the loneliest experience I've ever had. I spent so many hours on a road just like this. Looking left, looking right. On top of that, I was completing a master's degree online. I went from loving life on campus to switching to online learning, which was very difficult to be behind the screen and trying to motivate myself. I know you understand that feeling. And my hardest days were made worse when I would keep closing myself off from other people. I mean, people were used to seeing me as the kind of guy who wears a gold jacket, someone who's positive, someone who's uplifting, so I didn't want them to see my sadness or my suffering, especially on social media. So I got really good at hiding my pain, but it created an emotional prison. I mean, in fact, most people don't even know that I've been dealing with depression ever since I was 8 years old. And I can remember many nights where I wanted to run away from home. And I can get away and run away from a home. I could jump on a scooter and run away from a city, but I can't run away from my emotions. I mean, I bring them with me everywhere I go. I'm driving in New Mexico and the beautiful mountains are over here to my right, a sunset right in front of me, and the road is clear. It's such a beautiful moment, and sadly I can't enjoy it because all the emotions I've been suppressing over the years, these negative thoughts that kept popping up between my regrets and my fears of not being good enough or not being loved, all I wanted to do was drive off into the sunset right off of the earth and disappear. The only thing that kept me from giving up in that moment was my commitment to something bigger than myself. Being on that tour felt like a chance to make a great impact in people's lives. There I am in Alaska, and I'm sharing a hug with a woman who's crying tears of joy in my arms. She's so touched by my kindness, the kindness that I was bringing into the world. Serving others gave me purpose and meaning to my life. But after struggling on the road for about 5 months, I just began sharing my experiences with people along the way. And what I found that just changed everything for me was that we're all afraid of something. But the one thing that makes fear win is if we try to face it all by ourselves. That's really when we feel the most alone. At that time, I stopped trying to run away from my fears or trying to suppress them or deal with it by myself. But I had to start by doing the scariest thing I could at the time, which was hugging my fears. To give myself the love and kindness that I've been given to so many other people. It didn't all happen in a moment. I see commitment as many recommitments on a daily basis. It took practice to move my fear from being right here on my chest holding me back to wearing it behind me like a jetpack. Soon I saw my emotions as fuel. I could take my sadness, my frustration, my anger, and use it as fuel to connect with people closest to me, that connect on a deeper level, to serve in more impactful and better ways. My vulnerability became a gateway to emotional freedom, which I need now more than ever because I'm here with all my emotions again, but I'm doing better this time. We're in a brand new world. We can't choose what's going to happen, but we can choose how we're going to respond. Even though we have different versions of what we're afraid of, instead of worrying about all of our fears or running away from our emotions, use them to grow. Turn your struggles into strength. Trust me, it will help activate your motivation and resilience in a whole nother level. These last 3 weeks, I've recommitted to my sense of purpose from the tour. Obviously, I can't travel, but I still strive every day to make an impact in any way possible. Like making these videos, reaching out to people in my network, people around the world. It gives me a sense of meaning knowing that I can help other people navigate this isolation better than I did before.